Okay, Math 8. We are solving systems by elimination now for topic 4. We used substitution last time, and now we're going to eliminate one variable to be able to solve, okay? To find where our two linear lines cross. So, in this one, if we line up the two linear equations that we have, we can see that if we were to add these together, we would be eliminating the y's, okay? And then we can add 4 and 2 and get 6x equals, add this and we get 12. Divide by 6 from both sides, and x equals 2. Now we plug in the 2 that we found into one of these. And now we solve for y. So we have 2 times 2, because we know that the x is 2, plus y equals 8. 2 times 2 is 4, plus y equals 8. Subtract 4 from both sides. Y equals 4. So our lines cross at point 2, 4. That would be our answer. Okay? What happens when there's not something that we can just add together and find the answer? Okay, one of these needs to end up being a negative. All right, one of these needs to be a negative. So we can multiply all of these by a negative 1. So our new equations that are equivalent are negative x minus y equals negative 20. And then this is the same. Okay? Now we can see that our two x's here are no longer. 5y minus a y is going to give us 4y equals, now we have a positive 68 and a negative 20, which means we're going to subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. Okay, so let's subtract. Okay. Okay, we get 48. Positive because the 68 was larger. So 48 divide by 4, and y equals 12. Okay, now we need to plug this in, and I'm going to plug it into the top one. I'm going to plug it into the top one because then there's less to work with there, okay? There's less to work with there. And I can do it before we changed it to the negatives, because remember, those are equivalent. Okay? So I've got my x plus 12 equaling 20. I subtract 12 from both sides, and x equals 8. So the point in which these two cross is at 8 and 12. Okay? What happens when just multiplying by a negative doesn't do the trick? All right? We have a rectangle here with length times width, right? It tells us that the difference of the length and the width is 3. So difference of length and width equals 3. It also tells us that the perimeter, so 2 L's and 2 W's, equals 26. All right, we can find the length and the width with these two equations, with the amount of information that they gave us. But we can't just multiply by a negative in order to make that happen. Okay? I would need to multiply this whole bottom piece here by 2. So let's bring our 2L plus 2W equaling 26 all the way down, and then multiply this 2 in. So I have 2L minus 2W equaling 6. Okay? So let's combine these. Let's add these together. I have 4L, and I got nothing here, equaling 32. Divide by 4. And the length is 8. The length is 8. Now I can take this 8 here, and I can plug it in. I'm going to go to the top. There's a lot of negatives going on in that second one, okay? So let's rewrite that. 2 times 8 plus 2W equals 26. Multiply. 16 plus 2W equals 26. Subtract 16 from both sides. I have 2W equaling 10. Divide by 2. W equals 5. So the length is 8 on both sides, and the width is 5 on both sides. And that does give you your perimeter of 26. All right, guys, I will see you in Google Meets, and we'll see how this goes. Alrighty, let me know if you have any questions.